Hello everyone, the package reviewer here, and as you can tell, I made some small improvements to my Rant series. Aside from the background, I also got a better microphone. But enough about that, the bigger matter here is what this video is about. JigglypuffQueen9000. Given how much of an asshole she is, I'm surprised she hasn't got more attention outside of DeviantArt. Well, aside from these videos, which are just screenshots showing how much of a scumbag she is. No offense to the person who made it, you did make a good attempt to expose her, I'll give you that. So, I decided to go into more detail on her behavior. I can already tell that this won't be a very pleasant experience. That being said, let's dive in. Now, Jigglypuff is a fan of Cookie Run, which I don't know shit about, but thankfully, the power of research will help me once again. Anyways, whenever she spots a ship she dislikes, chances are she goes apeshit over a simple drawing. Not only that, but she personally attacks the artists who make these drawings, by telling them to kill themselves. And this is just the beginning. I couldn't find a topic to begin with so it can build up towards the worst stuff, because nothing she does can be tackled on without sounding offended or disgusted, but the edge goes right through the roof. She goes as far as using cancer as an insult and wanting to shoot up a school just because of ships she hates. I can't tell if she's just being an attention whore or just trying to be edgy. Either way, it's just fucking disgraceful. She decides to go into more detail on why she hates one of those ships, Mustball. Let's see how she justifies how the ship is bad according to her.
Many Mustball shippers have blocked me. They are so whiny. They constantly harass Dev Sisters to make them canon. They harass every single person that doesn't ship Mustball to the point of suicide.
First of all, where is your proof? Second of all, a fanbase never determines if a ship is good or bad. And third of all, what makes you think it's okay for you to tell others to kill themselves over a ship but not them? Talk about hypocrisy. Yeah, as you can see, she doesn't talk about the ship itself but just the fans of the ship. Probably because she liked the ship at one point and then she judged the ship based on the fanbase. That's just my theory. Well, I'll give her props for calling them out on making underage Rule 34. And before this behavior happened, she saw herself as a toxic fan. I mean, it's kinda hilarious how she foreshadows her reputation on DeviantArt. Another shocker, her promoting pedophilia. One instance of her promoting pedophilia is when she decided to draw the character Walnut Cookie in a swimsuit. But she decides to increase her breast size, which I won't show for obvious reasons.
Yes, I'm aware that Walnut Cookie is a child, probably 10, but I didn't come up with this idea. Blame this girl, because she did this.
This is the original image she's referring to, and that doesn't excuse the fact that you allegedly put breasts on a child. She even made an OC named Coconut Cream Cookie and decided to make her 16, and even made her promote prostitution. You know, it's funny how she tries to make Jen the scapegoat to cover up herself promoting pedophilia, yet she uses her OC to promote it. Also, just look at her waist, it's as thin as a pencil. I'm surprised that her breast hasn't made her back snap in half. Now, when it comes to her calling out on others, it's usually based on what they like or dislike. While I do encourage people calling others out for their wrongdoings, calling them out based on their preferences isn't necessary at all. For example, her rant on someone named Blue Icy Girl art.
Hey sisters and brothers, I need to tell you something. This girl is trash. She is kinda like Cinnabee. She has a raging hate boner for Cheesecake Cookie, but for another reason. She ships her OC, Rainbow Italian Cookie, with Sparkling Cookie. And Sparkling is already married to Cheesecake. And her OC gives a bad name to Italians, which is offensive for I am part Italian.
Gotta love how she's going SJW mode. Besides, you're really that insecure from having a nationality in their name? Going by your logic, Irish Spring is offensive to me because I'm part Irish.
This is what this triggered 24/7 bitch looks like. She's definitely a ripoff of Cheesecake Cookie too.
How in any shape or form is she a ripoff besides the fact that her OC replaces Cheesecake in the ship?
And in this picture, one comment says that Cheesecake Cookie should die.
She never said that. You decided to joke around on there and Blue Icy just went along with it.
She also said that Chocolate Coconut Cookie is a stupid fat whore that should kill herself.
Again, she never said that in the deviation. This isn't the only rant where she slanders and demonizes others. There is more. On her call-out journal on what she calls Asshole Mermaid, she thinks that not wanting users bashing or insulting her equals butthurt, which in of itself isn't considered butthurt. If they couldn't accept constructive criticism, then that implies that they're butthurt. Otherwise, you're probably misquoting what she said. Also, you call her butthurt, yet you get butthurt over cookies that don't go together. Geez, I should make a drinking game out of this. Anyways, another instance of her lying is on her rant on Raccoon P.
Here is a rant that is way overdue. But here you guys go. You guys have been requesting this for so long, so here we go. A rant about the infamous raccoon P.
Given how most people were against you at the time, I don't think anyone asked for that.
She is a hypocritical liar. She ships the most stupidest ship, Sparkling X Cherry Blossom. And she says that she supports Sparkling Cake. Wow, and she ships Advenberry. But she lied and says that she doesn't support abuse. Mega wow. She supports abuse. She supports Advenberry, like I said above.
Yeah, Jiggly over here thinks that, in her infinite wisdom, tension between partners equals abuse. No hitting or insulting each other, just a little tension.
And she actually has a raging hate boner for Sparkling Cake.
But you said she supports Sparkling Cake. Jeez, even when you make a rant that can be read in under a minute, you can't even make it stay consistent with what she does.
She wishes death upon innocent people. I don't know if I can find the proof because she deleted it to cover up her sins. And speaking of sins, I will definitely get to that.
Or maybe you're lying once again. Also, you think she wishes death upon innocents and you don't? I'm gonna skip the false allegation since I would be repeating myself.
And her last and worst sin, she's an atheist. That means she supports the Satan. That is why she wishes death upon people.
Being atheist means you don't believe in any god nor non-physical entity, which not only includes Satan, but also Jesus, Jewish God, Allah, Tom Cruise, and hell, even David Nelson. If you noticed before, she even makes false pedophile accusations towards a user named Genold01Angel.
So, I have massive proof that Genold01Angel is a pedophile. So, on Fairy Marife's amazing, Oscar-worthy, beautiful, talented artworks, she posted this comment. If Cookie Run was a Nicktoon, the characters would look like this. And I did some research on Nicktoons because I don't know what the fuck is the difference between Nicktoons and Nickelodeon, and this popped up.
What does this have to do with her being a pedo? It's just so off topic. Why would you start it out like that?
The Loud House is a Nicktoon. A fucking Nicktoon. And someone on YouTube said, The Loud House is just a show for pedophiles with its jailbait characters. Or of those words. You can't find his channel now because he's terminated, so all I have to say is, Kirby's calling the police.
Why do I have the feeling that she's lying yet again?
And you guys think I am the pedophile.
But you do promote pedophilia, though.
Listen, if you are a fan of The Loud House, you are a pedophile. Even if you just watch one episode, you are a pedo.
Okay, as much as I dislike most of the Loud House fandom, that statement is absolutely by no means true. I mean, where's your logic behind that? Looking at a fully clothed minor doesn't mean anything.
And that's not all. These disgusting underage porn pictures that she drew. She sexualized Walnut Cookie, Cherry Cookie, and Strawberry Cookie. Sexualized the Lime Cookie, a 16-year-old. Sexualized the Lime, Orange, and Grapefruit. There is a fourth one, a sexualization of Cherry Cookie and Gumball Cookie.
None of those pictures are porn at all. They're just beach pictures. What's next? Does having a hole on your shirt mean porn nowadays? Lastly, she even made another rant on her before.
She supports obesity, and obesity can kill.
Can kill what? Other people? Be specific. Alright, jokes aside, I know what you mean, but I'll get to that later.
She has a lot of toxic friendships. She and her friends have differing opinions, and that is a huge sign of toxic friendships.
It's not really toxic if they can set aside their differing opinions. Doesn't the word toxic mean anything to you? Oh wait.
The worst one. She threatens to shoot up schools over simple Cookie Run couples. Look, I also hate some of the ships she has a raging hate boner for, but I would never kill anyone over it.
First of all, not once in that journal nor the comments did she say that she would shoot up a school over ships. Trust me, I looked there. Second, are you sure you wouldn't do the same thing? I thought so. All in all, not only does she slander whoever she talks about, but she doesn't bother to show proof of their wrongdoings. And for what? Just because you hate a ship some people like?
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
JigglypuffQueen discriminates against two groups of people. The first one being fat people. She made a meme claiming that people who date a fat person has a fetish for fat people. It's not like they like them for their personality or anything, no, their physical appearance is more important. She even links a bunch of videos in a journal to prove her point that being fat isn't healthy. While you aren't wrong right there, bullying others won't make it any better. She believes that the one and only cause of obesity is eating, because apparently genetics aren't present in weight. I mean, did you go to a health class yet? And yet another attempt at a mean Jen alt? She thinks that Jen drew Melisauce Cookie morbidly obese, which she's not, so what's your point? She's just wearing a thick dress, nothing to be concerned about. The other group she discriminates is flat-chested women. She made these two deviations of Cookie Run characters disliking flat chests, which implies that Jiggly herself hates flat-chested women and follows the stereotype that all men love big breasts. As it turns out, she actually thinks that flat girls are unattractive. Again, do you not care about who they are on the inside? Now, I mentioned before that she thinks that tension is abuse, specifically from the Advenberry ship. The reply she makes on one of those comments just prove how much of a scumbag she is.
Popcorn Cookie X Adventurer Cookie doesn't count as pedophilia, since age is just a fucking number.
I'm just speechless right now. There is no fucking way you can be on DeviantArt and have the right to say that at the same time. You can't hide from this anymore. Give me your speaking privileges!
Advent Pop makes sense because of a comment on here.
Well, that picture is deleted, so your point is invalid. And others nowadays won't know what you're talking about.
People can ship whatever the fuck they want, and Cookie Run is just fiction.
Then why don't you, I don't know, take your own advice? Jesus, she contradicts herself so many times, it's not even funny. Also, if you acknowledge that Cookie Run is just fiction, then why do you have to make a big deal over ships? None of this makes any sense. You know what? I'm done. I just want to end it here. I think it's safe to say that JigglypuffQueen9000 is one of the worst, if not the worst person in the Cookie Run fandom. Not only does she wish death upon others for shipping fictional characters, but she's just a judgmental prick. She hasn't been on DeviantArt since December, so she might come back as either A, a changed person, or B, the same person she was before. If it's A, then I would forgive her, but if it was B, then just leave DeviantArt. Nobody wants your constant bullying, slandering, and pedophilia on here. Just fuck off. Sorry that I haven't been uploading that often. I had a tight schedule and some college stuff has been happening. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is the Package Reviewer, signing off.